going to be doing another adoption slash foster care video, but I'm about to take this outside because I already know when the kids hear me talking so much, they are going to come in here and bang on the door because you already know I'm in the bathroom. So let me get myself all together, go out in the car, and while I'm doing that, I got something for you. Check it out. It's HelloFresh, that's right. HelloFresh brings flavor right to your door. Now this time, Eddie went to help me unbox. Now as you can see, HelloFresh gives those pre-portioned ingredients that help you cut down on the food waste while step-by-step instructions. Now your girl has her bonnet on. I'm getting down, okay? I don't care. You still gonna watch. Now, today we are going to do the chicken Caesar wraps. The kids wanted it. It's real easy, summertime, nice and light. I love it. Now, did you know that HelloFresh offers more than just delicious dinners? You can also add snacks, sides, and more to your weekly order. They also offer Calorie Smart, Protein Smart, lunch and dinner options, plus the new vegan dinners that you can choose from. Every single week, they will offer 40 recipes that you can choose from, or what you can do is you can have them choose it for you. That's what I like to do. Sometimes I choose, sometimes I have them choose, so you'll never get bored, okay? Now, they offer some intricate, real hearty dishes, and they also offer some real quick ones like I'm doing right here. Y'all, I was not in the mood to be cooking today, so I'm so happy when the kids asked for this one. Looking at the picture and then seeing that my food looked just like it. Now you notice that there's one plate that has some different chips. Those are Nana's. She don't like those flavory chips. She just like it regular. Now remember, use that bag as your trash. Now I'm always here to hook y'all up. So what I want y'all to do is go to HelloFresh.com and use code HoldenItDown50 at checkout for 50% off plus free shipping. You know I gotta try mine. So once again, go to HelloFresh.com and use code HoldenItDown50 at checkout for 50% off plus free shipping. Okay, y'all. You already know how I gotta be in the car to film or outside or trapped in my room or trapped in the bathroom because I'll keep getting interrupted. So, I've been writing down a bunch of things that people have been asking me about adoption and foster care. I've been jotting everything down and putting it aside and trying to put them together to make specific videos. So this one that I get a lot of questions for, and I don't understand why though. So I really want to know where your mind is for the people that have this question that I'm about to say and what causes you to think this way. Okay, the first one is, do I have to be rich to foster? Or do I have to have a high paying job? No, you don't have to be rich. You don't have to have this high paying 6-figure job. What they do want is they want you to prove, to show that you can take care of yourself. Meaning, before that child or children showed up, were you taking care of yourself? Were you scrapping the bottom of the barrel? Were you robbing Paul to pay Peter? Or robbing Peter to pay Paul? If you were struggling, then no, you're not going to be considered a foster parent. You're not going to be considered for the position of a foster parent, because in their eyes, they're going to look at it like, are you doing this for the money? That's how they're going to look at it. And they're not looking for no high, big, savings account. They're not looking for that either. But are you able to take care of yourself? That's just one of the steps. They're not gonna be like, well, if you're willing to take care of yourself, then yeah, we'll let you be a foster parent, but you're crazy and you have a criminal record this long. Nah, it's not just that, but that's one of the boxes that they will check and say, okay, that box is checked. They can take care of themselves before this child or children showed up. That's a box checked off. Now let's go on to the next box, like that. Now, someone may say, but what if I work in a restaurant? What if I work in maintenance? What if I work, I don't know, like a job that you feel is hourly and you're getting by, as long as it's legal, you know? Oh, I need to do this as a live one day, but I can't do a live and sit in the car for hours because I can't do this inside the house, because my kids will notice that I'm live, especially my son, and he will start to say private information just to be funny. And I'm like, Eddie, I'm live. He'll go, oops. He thinks a lot of things is funny that's not funny. I get after that boy all the time. But anyway, I might do a live when it starts getting cooler outside, so I can sit outside in the car. And I know a lot of you guys are like, we want to see the kids. Not live, you won't. At least not my son. He thinks everything's funny, and he'll just blurt out. He'll blurt out the name of their school. He'll blurt out where we live. He'll just blurt out things. If he knew his social security number, he'll blurt that out. When it starts getting cooler outside, I may do a live, so you guys can really ask me these type of questions, because I'm always wondering, what is it that you guys really want to know about the whole money thing? Now, the next thing is, can you work and be a foster parent? That question, that's one that I'm like, what? Wondering why you guys are questioning that. Now, this kind of backpacks on the previous question, and that is because you got to have money, so you got to work. So they're not going to expect you to work and make money for yourself and take care of yourself and pay your bills. And then when you become a foster parent, they'd be like, oh, you know what, Mr. So-and-so? Oh, you know what, Mrs. So-and-so? We love how you had that nice job and you were able to take care of yourself. Now we need you to quit it. You need to work. That's another thing. A lot of people look at television shows and they look at back in the day, like old, like grandparent back in the day, where there was like the grandma on the block. You know, there was always an old lady on the block that every kid ran to. They loved her. She wasn't related to none of them kids, but they were all her grands. And even if she wasn't a foster mom, she'd act like one. You looking at it back in the day. You need to work, because how you gonna take care of yourself? That one was kind of easy, but yes, you do have to work. Someone did ask me this a couple years ago. They said that they had a night job. She works a night job and she wants to become a foster parent. How can she do that? You're going to have someone taking care of that child when you're at work. Now, they kind of look at you a little like, like that. Not so much, like in a derogatory way, but almost like, who you going to bring to us so that we can scan them to see if they're okay to watch that child at nighttime. And you can't just have anybody watching your kids. So let's say you have a sister, a best friend, your neighbor that lives downstairs or across the street. They can't come to your house and watch your kid, or you send them to the house to watch the kid. It doesn't work that way. They're going to have to be okay with the Child Protective Services, DCF, CPS, you know, all those funny little ABCD terms that they have. They are going to have to be okay with them digging in their business. So for example, let's say my neighbor down the street wants to become a foster parent and they work at night. And let's say I've never been a foster parent. In this story, I haven't been a foster parent. So let's say my neighbor down the street works at night and we're real close. And they're like, I work at night and I've always wanted to be a foster parent so bad, but I work at night and I need an adult, a human body in the house while I'm at work, or me to be able to bring that child to a house. So I'm like, oh girl, I got you. You can bring little boy over here, or I got you. I'll go over your house. Your house is beautiful, girl. Now it's not that easy. I would have to give my my name to the state, my name, my social security number, and my fingerprints, because they have to check me. Because what if I was a criminal And what if I was a recovering drug addict or something, but I'm better now, but I had a record maybe 3 years ago, you know what I'm saying? But I'm better now, kind of like that. And the state has to know that. They need to know. They've already, because think of it this way, they've done so much background check on you. Why wouldn't they do background check on someone that's going to have that kid at night? And so the person that's watching the child, or the person that is agreeing to watch the child, which is a best friend, a family member, they're going to have to be scanned. So if they're not okay with that, then they can't. If they're not okay with being scanned, then you can't use that person. Same thing. I'm going to piggyback on this with something else. Someone also had asked me this, which this I should save for another video, but I'm just going to say something real quick about it. Say you live with someone. So let's say you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. You're not married, not engaged, but you're living together, or roommates. Let's say there's not even a relationship. It's just roommates. You live with another person. And you want to become the foster parent. They could care less. I'm like, I don't care if there's children in the household. I love kids, blah, 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 stuff like that. But because that child is going to be in that home and there's multiple adults in that home, you all have to be scanned. But only the one that wants to be the foster parent is the only one that has to go to the classes. So there's a difference between being, I call it scanned. There's probably another word for it. But there's a difference between being scanned and being scanned and classed, and like scanned and educated. There's two different things. So if you want to become a foster parent, you have to be scanned and educated. If you're going to be an adult, it's going to be babysitting the child, watching the child at night or during the day, in the house, living in the house with the child, the foster child, you have to be scanned. You don't have to be educated. Like, you don't have to go to the classes and get licensed, but you do have to be scanned. Because you have to look at it this way. They're taking the children or the child away from a hostile, unsafe environment, to put it back in another one. There's no way in the world that they are going to only scan you, put that child in the home, and they don't even care about the other 3 people in there. And the other 3 people could be doing some crazy things. They want to make sure that they're not put in another situation. Now, the very last one I want to say, how long have I been talking? Y'all been talking for 13 minutes. But anyway, the last one is, do I have to own a home? I've gotten questions like that. No, you don't have to own a home. You can rent a house, you can rent a condo, you can rent an apartment. Let's say you ain't owning and you ain't renting. Let's say that house, you inherited the house, y'all. So you don't even pay no rent. You don't pay no mortgage, okay? Those people can't have no foster kids. Yeah, you can. As long as you have somewhere that you live and that is being taken care of and you are not in high debt of it. Like, you can't be 6 months behind on rent and you have eviction notices stamped on your door. You ain't getting no kid. You can't have the bank talking about, if you don't pay, we're going to put a lien on your house. You can't get no kid. Now, if all that stuff happens while you have the child, they kind of work with you, but a majority of the time they'll ask you, do you want us to remove them? But y'all, I feel like I'm sweating. You don't have to own a home. You can rent. I want you guys to leave all the comments you can about this specific topic, about the money topic, in the description box so I can answer more, because I know someone else has more questions about that. Being a foster parent is not a business. I don't know how CPS and DCF look at it. They probably look at it like a business, and that's why a lot of them have a bad name. The system has a bad name. But when they put a child into your home, they're not making a business transaction. Some people do look at it like that, so they're like, oh, I can't make no money. This is hard. I lost this job. I found this job and it's pretty good, but now things is running slow in that job. So now my hours got cut short. I need to find a way to make some money. No, that's not how that works. So it's not a business transaction where I'm going to make me some money when I get these checks from this foster child. No, because you're not getting a check the minute that child shows up. You get a check a month later. So you're basically being reimbursed. You're not being paid to do it. Now, there are some grimy people that'll be like, I ain't being reimbursed because I'm not going to pay for nothing. That kid is going to show up here with 2 outfits and they're going to wear those 2 outfits until I get that first check. And when I get that first check, it's all mine. There are people like that. There are people like that. My thing is, my sister and I was talking about this. When you walk outside the house with your kids, y'all all need to look good, okay? How good you look is subject to how a person's opinion is. Some people think looking good is having just clean clothes on. Some people think looking good have all name brands. I feel just looking clean, okay? Just looking clean. So you walk outside, y'all all look clean and put together, okay? Y'all all need to walk outside looking like that. But there's a big B-U-T. If that is not possible and someone has to come out the house looking a little rough, it better be you. Your kids better look good and you better look crazy. It better not be the other way around. I see it so many times, whether they're birth parents or whether they're foster or adopted parents, whatever. I have seen it where the parents will come outside looking good, crisp. They smell so good I can smell it from across the street. They look so crisp, ready to come in a magazine, you know? And their kids be walking behind them, number one, looking dusty. Whatever you paid to look like that, put that money on them. They need to be walking outside looking good. And you look dusty. Or, y'all all look good. Or, y'all all look dusty. There better not be you looking better than your kids. Never, ever, ever. Anyway, to close up, do you have to be rich to foster? No, but you have to be able to take care of yourself. If you cannot take care of yourself, you can't be no foster parent. Why are you even thinking that? Why, even having birth children, if you can't afford the lifestyle you have with taking care of yourself, why would you want to add another human into the situation? So you're going to stress yourself out doing that. So if you could take care of yourself, then you fine. Because if you're taking care of yourself, then the DCF and CPS is going to take care of the child. If you could pay your rent, your mortgage, if you could pay your electricity, your cable, your gas, your heat, your water, your food, all that, and you're fine, DCF is going to take care of that child once that child comes in there, because they're going to constantly reimburse you. They will also give you food stamps. We could talk about that in another vlog too. Sometimes I won't tell you those things. Fight for it. Sit and be like, hello, I want some WIC. And that'll help for their food. Also, in certain states, stand up and be like, hello, I would like some help with this daycare. I didn't know that they would help you with daycare. Another foster parent told me. And I thought that they only would pay a certain amount. They'll pay any amount. In Connecticut, they will pay any daycare amount. I'm like, what? How you feeling? The camera overheated. I was talking too much. That was a sign for me to bring my butt back in the house, because now I gotta go with the kids and my mama. Y'all like, girl, you in the bathroom? Yeah, my bathroom clean, smell good. How you feeling? It's not nasty, okay? To wrap all this up, you have to work because you need some money, okay? And if you're not working, you have to have some form of income, taking care of yourself before they're even gonna look at you to take care of a child. And you should even think about that. But if you don't think like that, you think like that now. You don't have to own a home, you can rent. But like I said, if you have roommates, they're going to scan them as well. So that's that. I don't know what else about the money portion of it. When I became a foster parent, I had to put down what I made. I had to give them pay stubs, and then you have to write down your bills. I didn't have to show them though. I didn't have to show them like my lease and my electricity and my cable and my gas and my water. I didn't have to show them that though. They were kind of trustworthy on that, but I did have to show them proof of income, because anybody can say they make something. I don't know if they did that back in the day, because it would be like an old lady in the neighborhood that didn't have a job. She just collected SSI checks and she had 10 foster children. She was collecting that money. Yeah, back in the day, they don't do that now, unless there's some state that is still on that back old school day thing. But nowadays, they don't do that from what I experienced. I also have like a 1-800 number down in the description box. Go on that website or call the 1-800 number. It will ask you what state you live in and give you information specific for your state. I could have stayed in the bathroom the whole time. I took a chair and just sat here because the lighting is popping and I ain't sweating. But I love you guys so much. And once again, HelloFresh. Let me know if you want me to record me cooking other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that is HelloFresh. I love HelloFresh. Y'all know I love it and they love me too. It's a relationship with family. But I love you guys so much and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. I hope this video is not too long and boring. See ya.